Good evening, and thank you all for attending our Senior Scholarship Award ceremony, our first ever virtual ceremony. I'm Christine Zach, school counselor at Hawthorne High School and the coordinator of this great program. This is such an exciting event to celebrate the accomplishments of some exceptional students in the 2020 graduating class. Thank you to all the generous contributors that continue to make this evening such an amazing success. Congratulations to these stellar individuals who have been awarded these scholarships. This year, we had 96 total scholarship applicants with 62 winners. Of the 59 organizations that are participating, we'll be awarding nearly $104,000. It's truly amazing. We're going to get started shortly. This program is obviously a little different than past programs. Each organization will be presented in the presentation along with the corresponding winners. But let me please take this opportunity to thank you all for being so understanding to the adjustments we've needed to make in order to ensure everybody's safety. I'd also like to thank my administrators, Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Jandoli, Mr. Mazzacca, Ms. Weigert, and Mrs. Pasquale for assisting me in the audio component of this program. I also want to thank our guidance administrative assistant, Mrs. Hartman, for her consistent and tireless efforts to help this program be successful. Now, please let me introduce Hawthorne Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Rick Spirito.
Good evening. My name is Rick Spirito, and I'm the proud superintendent of the Hawthorne Public Schools. I would like to welcome everyone to our annual Senior Awards program at Hawthorne High School. I realize that this is not our conventional program. However, as a school district, we felt it was extremely important to recognize these 62 seniors for their hard work over the past 4 years. And thus, we are hosting this virtual program tonight. I would like to begin by thanking the guidance department at Hawthorne High School, specifically Mrs. Zach, for her efforts in organizing this event. I can tell you it's no easy task to organize this scholarship night in a normal year, but to organize this event virtually is even more challenging. So on behalf of all of our students and their families, we thank you, Mrs. Zach. I would also like to take a moment to thank the 59 organizations who are providing approximately $104,000 in scholarships to 62 high school seniors tonight. There's a famous quote that reads, "A good education is the greatest gift you can give yourself or anyone else." Well, by providing these scholarships tonight, you are providing our high school seniors with that gift as you support their future education. So on behalf of our school district, I thank you for supporting that very important gift. I also want to thank you for your flexibility and cooperation in this new virtual format. I know that we all wish we could be together to honor these students, but we appreciate your understanding and trust in allowing us to recognize these students on your behalf. To our seniors, I want to congratulate all of you on receiving a scholarship this evening. This night is a culmination of your hard work, and it's obvious that you've all put in that work and earned the opportunity to receive a scholarship tonight. Once again, I apologize that we're unable to be together to celebrate this wonderful accomplishment with you, but I offer you and all of your families my congratulations. Congratulations again, and enjoy the rest of the program.
The Mark A. Sasso Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established in the honor and loving memory of Mark A. Sasso, who graduated from Hawthorne High School in 1983. It's their goal to give annual scholarships to Hawthorne resident students graduating high school to allow his memory to live on and to encourage others to continue to help others who need assistance with their education.
The recipients are Patricia Jacobson, Callie McCarthy, Alicia Vanderhook.
Hawthorne Lions Club Scholarship. The Hawthorne Lions Club is celebrating their 62nd anniversary of giving service to the borough of Hawthorne this year. Although their scholarships have no specific restrictions, the accomplishments and needs of the individual applicants are primary considerations. The recipients are Adam Dietrich and Patricia Jacobson.
Hawthorne Republican Club. For over 80 years, your friends and neighbors who support the ideals of the Republican Party have come together to support national, state, and local candidates, as well as other charitable endeavors. The scholarships are awarded to students who have shown leadership potential, a commitment to community activities, and who have demonstrated an interest in or are planning a career in public service. The recipients are Andrew Ciali and Alicia Malone.
The Jimena Clavijo Memorial Scholarship. This award honors the loving memory of Jimena Clavijo. She graduated a top 10 student in her high school back in 1994 and went on to obtain a degree from the University of Notre Dame in 1998. In true Fighting Irish fashion, she not only played like a champion but also lived like one. This year's award recipient immigrated to the United States as a child, has a work ethic, character, and easygoing spirit that reminds us of Jimena. The recipient is Alexander Nadarashvili. The Jimena Clavijo Memorial Scholarship. When the Clavijo family decided to put this memorial scholarship together years back, tonight's recipient was in grammar school. The intention was never to award it to a family member, but as they went through the selection process, it was not possible to not include her based on her academic accomplishments and community involvement. As a result, they are giving a second award this year. This year's recipient never met her Aunt Jimena, who passed 5 years prior to her birth. Over the years, she has reminded the family of her aunt not only for her fun-loving spirit, but because of her strong sense of justice, grit, and determination. This year's recipient was accepted into Seton Hall's competitive joint degree program, which will earn her a business degree and a law degree in the span of 6 years. She makes her family proud, as well as her school and her community. We are thrilled to see what the future has in store for her and the positive impact she will bring about. The recipient is Alexandra Jimena Clavijo.
Be a transformer. The dictionary defines a transformer as somebody or something that affects a transformation. This year's award goes to a young man that has risen above the challenges that life has presented to him thus far. His perseverance and determination have already been of inspiration to those that know his story. Those that have seen him compete on track know the determination and grit he brings to the table. We are excited to see what the future holds for him. May you continue to inspire others and transform the world around you. The recipient is Anthony Bertolo.
The Louis Gatto Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is to honor the memory and celebrate the life of Louis Gatto, a class of 1989 graduate from Hawthorne High School. Louis was a student athlete who excelled in the classroom and on the field. After high school, he went on to graduate from Seton Hall University and utilized his talents to succeed in the business world. Louis met his untimely death in February of 1998, but not before he made a positive impact on everyone he met during his lifetime. This scholarship, given by his friends and family, will be awarded to a student who possesses the same love and passion that Louis had for his family, school, sports, and friends.
The recipient is Thomas Finch.
The Sushil Srikhanda Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded in memory of Sushil Srikhanda. His son recalls how his father loved learning and hearing new stories. Every day he would come home and tell him about all the people he had talked to that day. He believed everyone had something to learn from each other. It is the sincere hope of his family that the recipients of this scholarship will be granted the resources necessary to absorb as much knowledge as possible and to find their own stories to tell. The recipients are Michael Brown and Patricia Jacobson.
The Lincoln Middle School PTO Scholarships. The Lincoln Middle School Parent-Teacher Organization will present scholarships to past LMS students who achieved both academic accomplishments and have participated in community service, as well as extracurricular activities. The recipients are Gabriella Barbarisi and Jason Dion.
Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce Eugene Myers Memorial Scholarship. The Eugene Myers Memorial Scholarship is presented in honor of a man unique in generosity and compassion for his beloved home of Hawthorne. His dedication to Hawthorne and our Chamber of Commerce was inexhaustible. A scholarship will be awarded to a student based on his or her academic performance, service to community, leadership, and financial need. The recipient is Ezekiel Soma.
The Class of 1975 Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established by the alumni of the Hawthorne High School graduating class of 1975 in memory of fellow classmates who have passed away since our graduation. Every year, this scholarship will be awarded to deserving students who demonstrate the qualities and characteristics of the classmates we are honoring. It is our hope that the recipients of these scholarships will move forward in life with gratitude while always remembering the contributions that Hawthorne High School has made to shaping their futures.
The recipients are Anthony Bertolo and Josue Carrasco.
The Howard Anthony Roth Memorial Scholarship. While celebrating their 20-year high school reunion, the HHS class of 1999 decided to honor our friend and classmate Howard Howie Anthony Roth. Howie was a 1999 high school and 2003 graduate of the University of Maryland. During his HHS years, Howie was a leader on the wrestling, football, and baseball teams. He was also a leader outside of sports and a friend to all that had the pleasure of knowing him. The memories he created and his welcoming smile will never be forgotten. In his memory, the class of 1999 would like to award 2 Hawthorne High School students a scholarship in his honor. The recipients are Joseph Aliano and Trevor Savage.
The Custom Cut Salon Scholarship. Frank Iozia, class of 1975, and Terry Iozia, class of 1986, have each had successful careers as cosmetologists and salon business owners in Bergen County. Together, through this scholarship, they intend to help individuals from Hawthorne, their hometown, follow the same career path. This scholarship will help the recipient with financial assistance and support for the necessary professional training to follow their passion, artistic flair, and desire to care for people in a successful career in cosmetology. The recipient is Tiffany Penna.
Hawthorne PBA Local 200 Martin H. Boyd Memorial Scholarship. The PBA Local 200 is presenting awards to students who have an interest in law enforcement, criminal justice, or a law-related field. One of Chief Boyd's greatest rewards was training young people to become officers who serve with integrity. These scholarships are awarded to graduates who have achieved academic success, have volunteered in their community, and participated in extracurricular activities. The recipients are Shane Carr, Michael Galland, and Alicia Vanderhook. Brave Minds Project Scholarship. This scholarship was created by Alyssa Carfey, a 2009 Hawthorne High School graduate who underwent brain surgery just 3 days after her high school graduation. After overcoming countless medical hurdles, Alyssa worked hard to pursue the life and career she wanted, as well as launch Brave Minds Project. This 501c3 helps patients between the ages of 10 through 29 living with brain and brainstem conditions. This scholarship will be awarded to a student whose determination, integrity, and humility shine through despite facing medical obstacles and/or having sibling who is undergoing medical treatment. The recipients are Andrew Caradonna and Drina Alvarez.
Schroeder Memorial Scholarship. The Scott Schroeder Memorial Award is to honor Scott by encouraging acts of kindness and compassion in today's youth. Scott may have left us long ago, but to his family and friends, he has left an indelible handprint on our hearts. This award will be given to the student who most exemplifies the highest integrity in his or her relationships with others. The student chosen will be someone who gives his or her time generously to others by participating in peer groups, tutoring, charitable events, and sports. He or she is a leader, a listener, a team collaborator, and a friend to everyone. The recipient is Trevor Savage.
Thomas G. Phillips Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship, established by the family of Thomas G. Phillips, is given to honor its memory and carry out its inspirational legacy through the gift of education for future generations. A 1991 graduate of Hawthorne High School, Tom also graduated from Princeton University with a degree in chemical engineering and Rutgers Law School. Tom was a well-loved attorney with the law firm of Riker, Danzig, Scherer, Highland, and Peretti for 4 years before meeting his untimely death. In high school, he pursued a challenging academic schedule, participated in athletics, and served as president of his class. A scholarship will be presented to a student who best exhibits the qualities that he most respected: a desire for knowledge, academic achievement, courage, perseverance, service, a work ethic, compassion for others, and a love of sports. The recipient is Joshua Kabuski.
The Daniel Vanderhook Jr. Memorial Scholarship, established by the family in loving memory of Daniel Vanderhook. Daniel was a graduate of Manchester High School and a 50-year resident of the borough. Daniel was a devoted supporter and leader of the ambulance squad, where he served as president for many years and dedicated 50 years of service. He had a passion for giving back and improving the lives of the community residents, which lives on through his wife Lois, 2 sons Jeff and Brian, as well as his grandchildren. An award will be presented in his honor.
The recipient is Sydney Bavaro.
Patricia Ann Vanderhook Memorial Scholarship. Established by the family in loving memory of Trish Vanderhook. Trish, a lifelong resident of Hawthorne, was a graduate of Hawthorne High School in 1989, and she continued her education at Berkeley Business School. Trish was a devoted mother and wife, passionate about home-cooked meals for her family and friends, and an avid animal lover. Her kind nature and selflessness live on through her children, Jeffrey and Alicia, as well as those she loved and cared for during her lifetime. An award will be presented in her honor.
The recipient is Alicia Vanderhook.
The Hope Martin Memorial Scholarship Fund. The scholarship is being given in honor of the memory of Hope Elizabeth Martin, a 2012 graduate of Hawthorne High School. Each year, scholarships will be awarded to selected students that plan on studying engineering. Students that plan on aerospace concentration will be favored.
The recipients are Isabella Schwarz and Errol Gungor.
Hawthorne Domestic Violence Response Team Scholarships. The DVRT was the first team to be up and running in Passaic County. Part of a state-mandated program working along with the Hawthorne Police Department and the Passaic County Women's Center, its volunteer members provide advocacy services to survivors of domestic violence. This year's awards will be presented to students who have been involved in community service and will be studying at a college or university in the field of criminal justice, criminology, forensics, engineering, law, psychology, sociology, or women's studies. The recipients are Michael Galland and Alexandra Clavijo.
John A. Pasquale III Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is dedicated to the memory of John A. Pasquale III, who passed away in 2010. He was a proud Stevens Institute of Technology alumni and had a long-standing career in the field of mechanical engineering. He returned to Stevens to hold a position on the board of directors for many years. As a longtime Hawthorne resident, he served as both a member and president of the Board of Education. This scholarship will be awarded to an outstanding student who exudes John's passion for education and service, as well as an individual who is seeking a degree in mechanical engineering or a related field.
The recipient is Erol Güngör.
The Albert and Marilyn Bertolo Memorial Scholarship. Albert and Marilyn Bertolo were both Hawthorne High School graduates and lifetime residents of Hawthorne. They loved their community and embraced raising their family in the town, all whom lived nearby. This scholarship will be presented to honor their memory and their love of community and family. The recipient is Anthony Bertolo.
MDS Foundation. The MDS Foundation was organized to continue our family tradition of giving in honor of our mother Marge and sister Deborah Shortway. Since the early 50s, Shortway's Barn has given to the citizens and children of Hawthorne. Scholarships will be presented to well-deserving Hawthorne High School students who are planning to further their education. The recipients are Anthony Bertolo, Michael Brown, Thomas Buttman, Shane Carr, and Gianna Gurrell.
The Hawthorne Baseball Softball Association, Bernard W. Dykstra Memorial, and Richard Garthwaite Memorial Scholarships. The Hawthorne Baseball and Softball Association is presenting scholarships to students who have participated in Little League Baseball or Softball program. And the recipients are Danielle Diascoli, Jason Dion, Michael Galland, Melissa Martin, Callie McCarthy, Christopher Miller, Shane Rooney, and Heather Scott.
The Roosevelt School PTO Gloria Toplitz Scholarships. The Roosevelt School Parent-Teacher Organization scholarships are awarded each year to Roosevelt Elementary School students. One of the scholarships is presented in memory of Mrs. Gloria Toplitz, a former kindergarten teacher who taught at the school from 1979 to 1988. The recipients are Sydney Bavaro, Samantha Queso, Serena Hilburn Michelle, and Joshua Kabuski.
The Hawthorne Soccer Association. The Hawthorne Soccer Association is presenting scholarships to students who have participated in the soccer program. And the recipients are Maria del Carmen Angelis Molinelli, Andrew Caradona, Gabriela Castellanos, Alejandra Castillo, Alexandra Clavijo, Jason Dion, Patricia Jacobson, Neil Mendez, Christopher Miller, and Ezekiel Soma.
Hawthorne High School Band Parents Association. The Hawthorne High School Band Parents will be awarding scholarships to members of the Hawthorne High School Band program. The choices were based on their leadership, participation, dedication, and overall contribution to the Hawthorne High School Band program. The recipients are Maria del Carmen Angelis Molinelli, Caitlin Carone, and Heather Scott.
The Hawthorne Community Library Foundation. The Hawthorne Community Library Foundation is presenting awards to well-deserving students who are members of the Lewis Bay Second Library. The recipient is Kayla Cabascango. The Hawthorne Ecumenical Council Scholarship. Scholarships will be presented in memory of our first president, Joanne Chiari Kruger. Joanne was a teacher at Waldwick High School and was married to Frank Kruger, a former English teacher at Hawthorne High School. The recipients are Caitlin Carone, Alexandra Clavijo, and Julia Vandereems.
The Shardama Family Foundation, Frank F. and Louise Bokma Shardama Memorial Scholarships. The foundation will present scholarships to students in memory of dear parents and community leaders Frank F. and Louise B. Shardama.
And the recipients are Grace Boonstra, Kayla Cabascango, Caitlin Carone, Alexandra Clavijo, Patricia Jacobson, Joshua Kabuski, Timothy Mercurio, and Julia Vandereems.
The Friends of the Lewis Bay Second Library Scholarships. The Friends of the Library are pleased to award scholarships in memory of Mary Johnson, the group's founder, to outstanding students who have demonstrated a passion for reading and learning. The recipients are Samantha Queso, Lila Kawash, and Ezekiel Soma. The Democrats for Hawthorne in memory of Mary Lou Frankel Scholarship. The Democrats of Hawthorne have established this scholarship to honor the life and memory of lifelong resident and Hawthorne High School graduate Mary Lou Frankel. Mary Lou worked tirelessly to make our community a better place for all of us to live. Graduates will be awarded a scholarship as an investment in those future leaders of our community, our state, and our nation. The recipient is Alexander Nadirashvili.
The Vivian B. Peen Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established by family and friends through the Columbians of Northern New Jersey and was named in loving memory of Vivian B. Peen, a 1971 graduate of Hawthorne High School. Vicky was a lifelong resident and avid supporter of the Hawthorne school system and athletic programs, and a proud mother to 3 Hawthorne High School graduates. Through her intelligence, selflessness, and compassion, Vicky always demonstrated the strong education and sense of community that Hawthorne continues to offer today. And the recipient is Danielle Diascoli.
The Hawthorne Teacher Association Philanthropic Scholarship. The Hawthorne Teachers Association Scholarship is given through the donations of teachers working in the Hawthorne schools. It is awarded in recognition of academic achievement, community participation, and need. The recipients are Kayla Cabascango, Samantha Queso, and Zarina Ray.
Student Council Mary Jo DeFranco Memorial Scholarship. The Mary Jo DeFranco Memorial Scholarship is presented in honor of an active member of the class of 1970 who never realized her dream of graduation. Scholarship awards have been given to deserving students since 1971, with funds raised through the efforts of the Hawthorne High School Student Council. The recipients are Sydney Bavaro, Adam Dietrich, Patricia Jacobson, Aubrey Lewis, Callie McCarthy, and Nicole Spirito.
Hawthorne High School Italian Club Award. This award is presented to the students who have demonstrated a true love for the Italian language and culture. In addition, they achieved academic excellence, demonstrated community service, and have greatly contributed to the success of the Hawthorne High School Italian Club.
The recipients are Sydney Bavaro, Nicole Giovanniello, Patricia Jacobson, Jasmine LePage, Aubrey Lewis, Francesca Valenti.
The William B. Mahini VFW Post number 1593 in Ladies Auxiliary Scholarship. The Veterans of Foreign War Post number 1593 in the Ladies Auxiliary is comprised of men and women who have fought on foreign soil during our country's time of war. Their service has preserved the freedoms we enjoy today and allowed our citizens to develop as they choose. A scholarship is awarded to a student who has achieved academic excellence and has demonstrated a belief in American ideals through the community programs. The recipients are Patricia Jacobson and Ezekiel Soma.
Browning Forshey Award. This award is given annually to a Hawthorne student in the honor of both Mr. Robert S. Browning and Mr. George W. Forshey.
The recipient is Joshua Kabuski.
The Thomas Ervolino Jr. Scholarship Fund. This scholarship was established by the family and is named in the loving memory of Thomas Ervolino Jr. Tom was a longtime Hawthorne resident, a supporter of Hawthorne Public Schools, athletic programs, and a proud father of 2 Hawthorne High School graduates. He was a grandfather of 4 grandchildren, all of whom graduated from Hawthorne or are attending Hawthorne High School. Tom shared a love of football, baseball, and his Italian heritage with his family. Awards will be presented to students attending Hawthorne High School that have promoted Italian culture and language and participated in Hawthorne High School sports programs.
The recipients are Marlena Alvino, Nicholas Sokolovsky.
The Dr. David Thaler Memorial Scholarship. As a school psychologist, Dr. David Thaler was an integral part of the Hawthorne School District. He wisely and compassionately counseled his pupils and ensured that they received the very best educational supports. His ability to connect with others endeared him to colleagues, students, and families. He was a leader, mentor, advisor, and friend to many. Dr. Thaler has left a lasting imprint in the Hawthorne community. He would be so pleased to know that an award would be presented to a student who plans to continue his legacy.
The recipient is Melanie Bilbao. Washington School PTO Scholarships. The Washington School Parent-Teacher Organization will be presenting these memorial scholarships to students who attended Washington School in honor of Gino Cascione and Miss Catherine Kay, who was a devoted kindergarten teacher in our district for 27 years. The recipients are Alexandra Clavijo and Alexander Nadirshvili.
The Jefferson School PTO Kira Quinn Memorial Scholarships. The Jefferson School Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarships will be presented to students who attended Jefferson Elementary School. These scholarships are in memory of Kira Quinn, a former 4th grade student from Jefferson who passed away March 2016. Kira was a ray of sunshine who brightened the lives of everyone she met. The students chosen have achieved academic success, participated in high school extracurricular activities, and volunteered their time to the community. The recipients are Andrew Caradonna, Mackenzie DePrima, and Ezekiel Soma. The Hawthorne Education Foundation Awards. The foundation will present awards for college expenses to graduating students who have distinguished themselves by their academic achievements, extracurricular activities, and community involvement. The recipients are Callie McCarthy, Christopher Miller, and Nicole Spirito.
The Friends of Marcus Ruda Scholarships. The Friends of Marcus Ruda Fund was established in the honor and loving memory of our dear friend Marcus Ruda, whose inspirationally led life was cut short on January 24, 2011. It's our goal that annual scholarship will be presented to graduates to allow his memory to live on.
The recipients are Joseph Aliano, Danielle Diascoli.
The Hawthorne High School PTO Scholarships. The Hawthorne High School Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship Awards are made possible through the efforts of various fundraisers that are held throughout the school year. The HHS PTO has always been committed to raising funds for each class, donating gifts to the school, and awarding scholarships. Individual student applications and anticipated commitment to post-secondary education are both considered by the selection committee. The recipients are Joseph Aliano, Sydney Bavaro, Alexandra Clavijo, Adam Dietrich, Mackenzie DePrima, Jason Dion, Christopher Miller, Gianna Molinaro, Shane Rooney, and Nicole Spirito.
The Hawthorne Cubs Cheerleading Association. The Hawthorne Cubs Cheerleading Association will present scholarships to senior students who have participated in their program. And the recipients are Sydney Bavaro, Nia Canales, Corina Claros, Nicole Giovanello, Serena Hilburn Michelle, Gianna Innocenti, Jasmine LePage, Callie McCarthy, and Nicole Spirito. The Hawthorne Cubs Football Association. The Hawthorne Cubs Football Association is presenting awards in recognition of outstanding effort in football. And the recipients are Joseph Aliano, Thomas Buttman, Shane Carr, Adam Dietrich, Jason Dion, Jalen Palmer, Trevor Savage, Nicholas Sokolovsky, and Shane Rooney. The Jack DeSalvo Leadership Scholarship. The Jack DeSalvo Leadership Scholarship is awarded to student athletes who demonstrate strong athletic abilities and leadership skills while also maintaining high academic performance. These young leaders are fueled by the motivation and determination to consistently work towards bettering themselves and their teams to improve as individual students, athletes, and local citizens in the community. The scholarship provides an inspiration to continue carrying the same values and guiding principles which Coach D taught to his players and students throughout his prolific career. Commitment, hard work, loyalty, honesty, respect, trust, and leadership. The Jack DeSalvo Foundation is committed to preserving these principles as well as the legacy and memory of one of New Jersey's most beloved sports figures of all time. This scholarship will be presented as a tribute to him. And the recipient is Thomas Finch.
The Dawn Dowling Puente Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship was named in loving memory of Dawn M. Puente, one of 10 Dowling family members to attend and graduate from a Hawthorne learning institution, as well as a mother of 2 Hawthorne High School graduates. This memorial aids Hawthorne High School graduates of good character who maintain a 2.5 grade point average or better and desire to pursue a career in medicine, medical research, more specifically cancer research, and/or nursing, while also planning to attend a university, college, or community college with extracurricular activities in basketball, soccer, and/or track with strong community volunteer service. This award will be presented in her honor. The recipients are Drina Alvarez and Danielle Diascoli. The Hawthorne Rotary Scholarships, Charles H. Tanis and Stephanie P. Wallaco Memorials. The Hawthorne Rotary Club celebrates more than 75 years of service in the borough of Hawthorne. Rotarians have awarded over $100,000 in scholarships to Hawthorne graduates. Scholarships are presented from the Rotary and are also presented in memory of Charles H. Tanis and Stephanie P. Wallaco. The recipients are Gabriella Barbarisi, Danielle Diascoli, Joshua Kabuski, and Alexander Nadarashvili.
The Hawthorne High School Athletic Boosters Club Scholarships. The Athletic Boosters Club consists of an active group of individuals interested in aiding the athletic programs of Hawthorne High School. The organization was formed for the purpose of assisting the various athletic teams with respect to increasing funding, interest, and activity. Over the years, they have awarded scholarships to deserving gifted student athletes in an effort to assist them in pursuing their educational goals. One of the scholarships will be given in memory of Henry Van Rye. Mr. Van Rye was the treasurer for many years. Also, one of the scholarships will be given in memory of William Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes was a former president. In addition to serving as officers, these fine men were active members of the Boosters for over 4 decades. They consistently attended various Hawthorne High School games, matches, and events. Both gentlemen were dedicated to promoting athletics in the high school. They were true boosters. And the recipients are Joseph Aliano, Danielle Diascoli, and Shane Rooney.
Richard A. Yearwood Memorial Fund. Music touches our hearts and moves our souls. It gives us freedom and expresses our emotions. It gives hope to strive for a dream, no matter how unreachable it seems. A scholarship will be awarded to a student whose passion for music will serve them well in the career path of their choosing. It is presented in memory of Rich Yearwood, a talented drummer and singer, but more importantly, a loving husband, father, and grandfather.
The recipient is Maria del Carmen Angelise Molinelli.
Linda V. Harmon Scholarship. The Linda V. Harmon Scholarship is provided to an outstanding high school student pursuing a career in education. The scholarship is given in memory of an individual who loved her work and guidance and always offered substantial help and inspiration to all of her students. Linda is dearly remembered. She will be extremely proud of the recipient of her scholarship. The recipient is Maria del Carmen Angelise Molinelli.
The Hawthorne High School Volleyball Scholarship. The Hawthorne High School volleyball team is presenting scholarships to seniors as a thank you for their contributions to the program. All the funds for the scholarship have been raised by the dedicated efforts of the entire team. And the recipients are Rana Gooney and Kelsey McFarland. The Hawthorne Junior Development Baseball Association. This award is presented in honor of Joe Scarmazzo. These scholarships are awarded to members of the graduating class that have participated in the league and will benefit from financial assistance. The candidates must have demonstrated academic excellence, strong character, and leadership while furthering the team concept. And the recipients are Thomas Buttman, Adam Dietrich, Thomas Finch, Michael Galland, and Christopher Miller. The Hawthorne Roller Hockey Association. The Hawthorne Sun Devils Roller Hockey Association is proud to present an award to a student who participated in roller hockey. Remember all the cold nights. Good luck in your future endeavors. And the recipients are Jasmine LePage, Gianna Molinero, and Trevor Savage.
Van Dyke Park Place Assisted Living Scholarship will present an award to an applicant who has dedicated volunteer time at Van Dyke Park Place during their high school years or who's done volunteer work to benefit the community of Hawthorne.
The recipient is Lila Kawash.
The DeCunzo Family Scholarship. Louis DeCunzo Sr. and Rosalind Earl DeCunzo lived in Hawthorne their entire lives, graduating from Hawthorne High School in 1941 and 1942. Their children, Luann DeCunzo and Louis DeCunzo Jr., also grew up in Hawthorne, graduating from Hawthorne High School in 1974 and 1977. Recognizing the importance of education, this scholarship is given to 2 graduates who have demonstrated academic excellence and promise and commitment to community service. The recipients are Alicia Malone and Francesca Valenti.
Leon R. Van Stone Educational Fund Award. Leon Van Stone was a science teacher here at Hawthorne High School for many years. His photo appears in the staff picture contained in the very first edition of Ursidae, our school yearbook, in 1935. Mr. Van Stone continued his teaching career at a New Hampshire high school, and upon his death, a fund was established to benefit students from each of the schools in which he taught. A scholarship will be awarded to well-deserving students of Hawthorne High School senior class.
The recipients are Marlena Alvino, Patricia Jacobson, Joshua Kabuski, Callie McCarthy, Alexander Nadrashvili.